Gutenberg Block is the future of WordPress. Page builder services need to understand this and move towards that direction, otherwise they'll be obsolete in years to come, because nowadays it's so much easier to create a beautiful website on the WordPress editor using the Gutenberg blocks, and they speed up your website by a lot. Lots of people are already switching from page builders to Gutenberg because with page builders you will never see a 90+ rating on Google PageSpeed Insights. So in this video I'm going to share with you 11 Gutenberg Block plugins that will make page builders obsolete. Best of all, they are free. Hey, this is Jack, and if this is your first time watching a video from this channel, I share lots of WordPress tips and tutorials as well as affiliate marketing content. So if you want to learn any of these topics, then subscribe to the channel and hit that bell notification. My only goal is to share with you ways to save lots of money for your online business using WordPress. I don't use any page builders and site speed is my main focus. So if you're running an online business and you're paying hundreds of dollars to make your website work, subscribe and you'll become a money saving expert for your online business. So before we get into the 11 Gutenberg Block plugins, I hope you can do me a little favor and smash that thumbs up button for the YouTube algorithm. I really appreciate that and thank you so much. And do stick with me to the end because I kept the best Gutenberg Block plugin for the last, and by the end of this video I'm pretty sure you'll be overwhelmed with the block options and it can be quite confusing to pick the right plugin for your site. So I will share with you the best combination of plugins. You don't want to install every single plugin because there will be lots of duplicates and it may screw up your website. So without further ado, let's start with our first plugin. Now, if you have been following my channel, you know I love to use the Kadence Blocks plugin for most of my WordPress tutorials because it is very flexible in terms of the layout, which means you can easily customize whatever layout you want your site to be. Plus, you can even customize how your website looks on mobile as well, so it's a very useful plugin. The Kadence Blocks is from the same developers who created the Kadence WordPress theme, which is one of the fastest WordPress themes out there. I've done an in-depth speed test on multiple themes including Kadence, and you can check out a video right here, but don't go there yet, you can check it out later. I've left the link in the description. But moving along, the Kadence Blocks has these useful blocks, like for example the spacer or divider, where if your content is super long and you need to break it up into sections so that it's much easier for your site visitors to consume your content. You can increase or reduce the spacing, you can have it dashed, dotted or striped, you can change the color to match your site branding, and you can even adjust how it looks like on tablet or mobile devices. So this is a really cool feature. And then we have the advanced button. I've done multiple tutorials using this block, and the best feature for this advanced button is you can copy and paste styles. So for example, if you have multiple buttons on a page and you want them to look the same, you just need to create the button once and you can copy whatever settings you have done to that button onto another button. It is really convenient to use, and I don't want to go too deep into each of these blocks, otherwise this video is going to be really long. So if you want to have a Kadence Blocks tutorial, let me know in the comments, subscribe to the channel, and if there are a lot of people who want to learn how to use Kadence Blocks on their site, I'll be more than happy to create an entire video dedicated to Kadence Blocks. But one very special feature I want to mention that almost every Gutenberg Block plugin miss is this Form Builder block. Yes, there are other plugins that have the Form Builder block, but they are either only integrated with MailChimp, which is not suitable for affiliate marketing, or you have to do the manual work by downloading the CSV file of your leads and uploading them to your autoresponder. So this Form Builder by Kadence Blocks, the free version, is integrated with MailerLite, which is one of my favorite autoresponder service because they support the affiliate marketing concept and its functions are awesome. And if you use the Kadence Blocks Pro version, they are integrated with MailChimp, Sendinblue, or any other responder service using this webhook. So the Kadence Blocks is really one of my highest recommended Gutenberg Block plugins. So if you want to check out Kadence Blocks and download the plugin, I've left the link in the description. So Atomic Blocks has been around for a while and it is acquired by WP Engine, you know, the super premium WordPress hosting service. So you would expect this plugin to be of some level of quality, which they are, so these are the Gutenberg Blocks that they have. And a prominent feature they have is this pricing table where you can control the number of columns for pricing table, and you can easily design the pricing table to match your site branding. You can also add some animations to it, which is awesome, but it is lagging in one feature, which is what if you have two kinds of payment option, monthly or yearly. There is no way for you to toggle between the two using this block. But anyway, this is a cool block plugin which is free. You can use this to create beautiful sites easily because of the pre-made layouts as well as the advanced columns. This sign-up form is integrated with MailChimp. Not the best block plugin, but it has the essential features, so I just want to list it here so you know what's out there. So now let's go to the third plugin. Now speaking of just listing block plugins out there, we have the Genesis Blocks, also by WP Engine. And the features are exactly the same as the Atomic Blocks, so I won't go too deep into that. Now let's go to a block plugin that has more unique features. So Stackable is one of the first Gutenberg Block plugins, and it has a lot of advanced features like the video pop-up. So instead of embedding your video directly to your site, you can have a video pop-up in the lightbox whenever it is clicked on. So this feature is very good for sites that embed a lot of videos, because if you don't know, embedding videos will actually slow down your site by a lot. So having this feature, it will speed up your site. Other than that, they have this count-up block where if you have some statistics about your business, for example, how many happy customers you have served to date, you can put it up on your site and it will animate the counting of numbers, which is an amazing feature to have. And in the past, for people who don't understand CSS or JavaScript, this can only be achieved with Page Builders. Now you can do it with Gutenberg Blocks. They also have this design library where they have some pre-made layout designs for you to easily customize your site without building it from scratch. And as you can see, there are so many designs for you to select. And for convenience sake, for example, if you provide web designing services to your clients, you may want to consider the premium version of Stackable, because they have over 300 plus user interface kits for you to select, and it's really convenient for you because you don't need to build stuff from scratch, and hence you can serve more clients. If you want to check out the premium version, you can use the link in the description for the latest discounts. So these are the prices for the premium version. If you serve clients, I highly recommend the agency plan. Otherwise, if you're a small business or a blogger, you don't really need the premium version, because a lot of features in the premium are already available in the free version. You may only lose out on the customer support and some features, but otherwise the free version is already amazing. So go download the plugin. The free version is the same link in the description. Now you might be thinking, okay, there are 7 more plugins to go and each has different features. Some are missing out on one or several useful features, so can you install every single one of the plugins? Should you even do that? I know it is confusing and there are so many features and you don't know which plugin to choose, so just bear with me because I've compiled all the features of these plugins and I will show you towards the end of this video which is the best 2 combination of block plugins to maximize all features. You don't want to install all the plugins on your site, it may mess up your site. You just need 2. 2 is enough. Now this is another amazing block plugin. Just take a look at all these blocks over here. They have quite a lot of blocks that Stackable has, like this advanced video. It is quite similar to the video pop-up Stackable has. It also allows you to embed Google Maps on your site if you have a local business. And there is this one very unique block that no other block plugin has, which is this login register form. So if you run an online course, subscription, or a magazine site that has lots of different writers and editors on your WordPress site, the default WordPress login look like this. But with this block editor, you can now customize the login experience for your users to look professional. This feature used to be a solution that you have to pay for using other plugins, but now you don't need to with the Publishpress plugin. It is free. Publishpress, the company by itself, is made for the magazine style websites. Even Disney, Uber, and GoDaddy uses Publishpress. So if you want to check out other stuff from Publishpress, here's the link. So this Guteblock has quite a lot of features and a lot of them are functions that other blocks have, but nonetheless it is still an awesome block plugin. I'm not sure about you, but I know some websites like to have a number box like this to tell their site visitors step 1 do this, step 2 do that, and that is the purpose for this number box. Also, I don't really see a need for this block because you can build it up using rows and layers, but it is really good for convenience sake. I would say most of the Guteblocks is meant for convenience, like this call to action block. It is basically a text and a button layer stacked on top of a background section layer. If you know how to use columns and row layout that most of these Gutenberg Blocks plugin provide, you would think this is a redundant block, similar to this card and inline notice. Overall, I think the Gutenberg Blocks is very suitable for beginners, but not so much for people who know how to build websites from scratch, which I teach on this channel. Anyway, let's move on to the next. Now, I love this block plugin. We have talked about counting up. Let's now count down. For example, if you have a webinar that is starting at a certain time and you need a countdown timer, this is going to be really useful. Or if you have a promotion on your site that ends in a few days, you can use this countdown timer as well. This countdown timer works really well with the Kadence Pro theme because it allows you to shut off a block after a certain time expires. And then you can put this countdown timer onto that block to notify people this discount is going to expire when the clock turns 0. On top of that, they have this progress bar, which it used to be only available to page builders because most of the opt-in forms have this. Now you can put this onto your WordPress editor. It is so awesome. And the best thing about this is their code is optimized for speed and it is free. Now, Otter Blocks is developed by Team Owls, which is one of my favorite WordPress theme developers because of the Neve theme. It loads really fast but not as fast as GeneratePress or Kadence. But anyway, the Otter Blocks is an awesome plugin. They have the progress bar, the pricing table, the Google Maps, and this beautiful looking circle counter. If you own an affiliate site and you are reviewing a product that has many features, you can now give a score to each of those features, making your site look really professional because it animates. Plus, they have this very unique block where they can draw out data and information of any WordPress plugin. You just need to search for the plugin and they will display information like this on your site. Not sure if it is of use to you, but it is good for WordPress reviewers like me. Overall, even though they do not have a lot of block features, but I think they already have quite a few good ones here. Now, this block plugin is very suitable for photographers, restaurants, wedding planners, or whoever that needs to showcase their work because this plugin is built for them in my opinion. Although it doesn't have a lot of features that other plugins have, for example the button block, the table of contents, the video pop-up, but it has a lot of blocks that other plugins don't. Like for example this collage gallery, this events block, the food and drink block that allows you to put your menu and price, this Mensory block, the offset block, the shape divider block, and the stacked block. All these blocks are unique to only the CoBlocks, so you may want to check it out. So this is one of my favorite Gutenberg Block plugins that has over 100,000 active installs, and it is developed by the same people from the popular Astra team. It has 27 free blocks and it has almost all the features that other blocks have. But what I like about this block is that it has this content timeline. You know, some companies tell their story through a timeline, like when they started their business and the entire business pipeline. This can be done with the UAG block. They too have the masonry, post carousel, Google Maps, and all these essential blocks to create a beautiful and functional WordPress site. So this is pretty amazing. Now I've left the best for the last, so let's check it out. Now the reason I like this block is because it has over 30 plus blocks. 38 to be exact. So whichever feature I mentioned from the other block plugins, other than those from CoBlocks and the login feature from Publishpress, it has everything. The Google Maps, progress bar, the count up, countdown, video pop-up, content timeline, and so many more. I honestly think this plugin itself can replace almost all the block plugins I've mentioned, but it is only lacking in one thing, the layouts, which is the most important element of a web page. So this plugin can't run by itself. Now, the most fundamental element of a website is the layout, because you can have all the features out there, but if you don't have a way to put those features to where you want it to be, what's the point, right? So I've tested all the layout options from the plugins I've mentioned, and I believe that the Kadence Blocks is the best because it is really flexible. It has a lot of customization options. You can customize down to how your site looks on mobile. And if you know how to use the Kadence Blocks, it is almost like designing a web page on a page builder. So the Kadence Blocks, in my opinion, is a must-have plugin for your WordPress website. And although it is great, it does not have a lot of features that other plugins offer. So the best combination of Gutenberg Block plugins, in my opinion, is the Kadence Blocks, and you guessed it, the Getwid blocks. With these two combinations, I'm pretty sure you'll be able to create a beautiful and functional WordPress website. So what do you think? Which is your favorite Gutenberg Block plugin? Have I missed any awesome Gutenberg Block plugins that I should have mentioned? Let me know in the comments below. Anyway, thank you for sticking around, and I hope to get a thumbs up from you, and if you have done that, Thank you. Also, if you want to learn how to build amazing WordPress sites from scratch that load super fast, you can check out the video on the top right. And if you want to know which is the fastest loading WordPress theme, then the video is right down below. So all the best to you, stay cool and stay safe.